Okay, we got to talk. I got to really help you out with this because it's really not that serious. This is 10 things that I did, 10 very bizarre things that I did to get monetized, to not quit YouTube, to keep going. I'm still on the grind right there with you guys. But I did some really odd, bizarre things to not quit. So I'm actually going to list them off for you. I literally have my iPad right here, and I just was sitting in my living room and I just had an epiphany. I started texting my iPad, like texting from my phone to my iPad. And I was like, this is all the stuff that I was doing. Because people are like, well, how did you not quit? What made you not quit? I'm on the verge of quitting. And I just was like, well, what did I do? And it just hit me. And I was like, okay, let me text myself right now before I forget. So the first one is, okay, really, really bizarre. Really, really bizarre. This is bizarre. Like, you guys are going to be like, is she kidding? But this is realistically what I did. So on the days that I did not feel like posting, on the days that I felt like lazy, on the days that I felt like, what's the point? On the days that I felt like I'll just do it tomorrow, what I literally did was dig so deep into my why, which I'm going to tell you what one of my whys is right now, that it would thrust me out of the couch potato mode. Okay. One of those things is literally understanding that like our ancestors, you know who I'm talking to, were slaves. Were slaves. So they didn't even have the choice to go after their dreams, be creative, living in their truth, coming up with ideas for content. Like that wasn't even, it was like wake up, pick the cotton or else, right? And so I just was like, I gotta put some respect on my ancestors. So sometimes I literally would go that deep into my, like, just like I gotta pull out my arsenal of whatever was just gonna help me get out of a rut, right? Like just feeling like stuck, feeling not motivated, feeling like, man, what's the point of this? Like, what am I doing? Like, am I just one of those people that has like this aspiration to help people online and grow, but like it's really an illusion, right? So I would literally be like, it doesn't even matter. Like my ancestors did not have a choice. Like how disgusting and disrespectful that I'm over here like I want to eat, I want to chill, I want to lay down, I want to complain. What's the point? Yada yada yada. Let me try something else. And it's like they were literally doing the same thing every day for 10, 12 hours a day, sick, not feeling well, in pain, in depression, in the rain. You know what I'm saying? So I know that's really bizarre, but I had to go there sometimes with myself to be like, the amount of privileges, Ciana, that you have no room to be complaining. So that was one of the things that I did. And if you see me kind of looking around, it's just, I'm just being aware of my surroundings. I'm parked at a really, really safe family area, but there's people walking around. So if you see me looking around, okay. Next thing I did, okay, is I created my own version of being at a job. So like because I don't have a 9 to 5, I don't have that structure of like I have to be here, I have to clock in, I have to report to a boss, I have to have these X amount of tasks done, I have to send an email by this time, I have to have a meeting with this boss, like they're holding me accountable. All that accountability when you're on the entrepreneurial journey is 100% on yourself. So I've really just been on a crazy journey with that, which I talk more about in another video as to why I quit my 9 to 5 a long time ago. But because I know that that actually is a benefit of having a 9 to 5 is that there's just this automatic structure there. So even when you don't feel good, even when you're not just feeling it, like you're just kind of in a funk. I don't know, you're just not having a good day. You still have to go to work and you still have to perform, right? But you should have that same energy when you are doing something in the entrepreneurial realm, in the creation space, when you are trying to grow and build a community on the internet. Like you have to show up on that level, even when you don't feel good. So I had to create some kind of structure like that for myself. So what I did was, okay, so every single Saturday morning, Nick Nimmin has a podcast with his brother. It's actually kind of funny. They go back and forth and kind of crack on each other. It's really funny. So I would every Sunday or every Saturday morning, I'm like, okay, boom, right when I wake up, I just do my prayers, morning devotional first, of course, to God. And then I just pop on Nick Nimmin and listen to him and his brother. And then people call in and people type in and they just give really, really good, raw, in the moment YouTube advice. And because there's a lot of other, I guess you could call them small YouTubers, which I on my channel, I don't call us small YouTubers. I call us small in numbers right now, but we're big in impact no matter what. Even if we're only impacting one or two people, one or two subscribers, we are making a big impact. So that's the kind of mindset that I also shifted into, which I'll get more into later. So I would pop that on. Okay. So every Saturday morning, I knew I could look forward to that. Every day, I listened to 1 hour of YouTube advice, YouTube strategy, YouTube news, YouTube something, right? So I'm thinking about myself as I'm partnered with, I mean, literally, I am literally, when you become monetized, it says you are a YouTube partner. So I actually really think of myself as that. Like when you are partnered in business with someone, or let's just say you do work at a job and you are on a team, like you're picked for a certain special project for work and you're partnered with other people, it's like you have to show up. You have to go to meetings, you have to analyze information, you have to have certain deliverables by a certain time, right? So I think about it in that way, but I had to create it myself. So every day I listen to 1 hour of YouTube something, and I usually listen to Roberta Blake. I usually listen to Think Media. I'll usually listen to Daryl Eves, like all somebody, right? Even I actually kind of even like when random people pop up that I've never seen before, and I'll just kind of like listen to them as like a fresh perspective because I've been listening to the same people for a while because I really like the way that they teach and I like the information that they give. But it is nice. But I do that for 1 hour because in my mind I'm like, I need to partner with YouTube every day, even if I'm not posting. I need to be saturated in what it takes to be a content creator, to build an audience, right? And it's doing something perpetually every single day. So even if I'm not posting, I have to retrain my brain. So it's like if you're at a 9 to 5, you would usually be having some kind of meeting every day, right? Or there are certain tasks that you have to do every day. So that's what I do. I literally am like, okay, well, one of the tasks for the day is to listen to YouTube something, right? YouTube news, the latest update, the latest change going into 2025. Like I keep up with all that stuff and I'm habit stacking it with other stuff, right? So for example, I always post my workouts. I'm a wellness channel, right? So I was posting my workout or like editing a video of my workouts and listen while I'm doing that. I'm not listening to Drake, Future, Kendrick Lamar. I'm not doing that. I'm not listening to music. I'm listening to, I'm in my mind, I'm like, oh, I'm listening to my partners, my YouTube partners right now, because they just posted their stuff. They just got their stuff, together. They're showing what their new projects and new content creative ideas that they're working on. Ciana needs to do hers too, right? So that's what I'm doing. So so like I said, let me repeat. Saturday morning, Nick Nimmin, that's a live. He's on live. And then what's cool is that sometimes if for some reason he's not live, Roberto Blake might hop on and go live too. And then every day, 1 hour. So this is on Saturday too. So I do the live on Saturday mornings and I'll still listen to an additional hour. And then Monday through Sunday, some kind of hour of YouTube something. Okay. So that I know that's like that might seem like overkill, but you have to think about it. When you're on this journey, it's essentially a very solo journey, unless you link up with other content creators and you do collabs and stuff like that. For the most part, most of this journey in growing your own channel is doing it alone, and you are having to organize your day by yourself. So that's been something that's really helped me. Okay, this is another really bizarre one. The last one wasn't really quite that bizarre. I mean, maybe it might be a little overkill on like watching YouTube information every day, but that's what I had to do to get monetized, and that's what I'm still doing right now to continue to evolve, right? The next thing is I had to adjust my social media. Like we all have to admit to some degree, unless you literally just don't have the app on your phone at all, to some degree, we all are technically wasting some kind of time on social media unless we are literally responding back to clients because we're going to provide a service and eventually get a sale. Okay, so that's not what I'm talking about. Outside of that, watching cat videos, watching viral videos, watching celebrity gossip, watching cooking videos, watching even scrolling, watching like arguably like religious videos. Like if you know there's things that you need to get done and God wants you to be a disciplined person, scrolling through and watching Christians debate, even like that alone, unless it's for a specific purpose or maybe you're off work for the day, but you guys get what I'm saying. It's like we can get caught up into getting sucked into scrolling or like coming across these viral topics for whatever reason. It can be a positive reason, it can be a negative one, it can be a funny one. But it's like, really, could we have used that last 25 minutes to edit our video? You could have popped on a video, a natural video, right? And just press post. Okay. But instead, what we did was we said we would get to the content creation later and then scrolled on social media. So I literally was like, and I'm still on a journey with this right now, but I literally was like, I have to get in front of this. So I still am on Instagram because it's a part of, I do affiliate marketing. So it's a part of what I do to make money. And I love to do like LA blogs and stuff like that. I'm kind of transitioning, but I'm like, I really have to just admit to myself that I had to scale down on the aspect of the social media. Because that's the interesting dynamic about it. It's like you can make a lot of money on social media, but then when you're on there trying to do something business oriented, you can get stuck doing something social. It's really interesting. So at the beginning of 2024, I was like, I have to get in front of this, but I can't delete the app. And I don't want to delete the app. I don't want to run from it. I don't want to miss out on opportunities or miss out on networking. Like, I have to be able to figure this out. So I muted everybody. So you know how there's stories at the top? Okay. All that's muted. You know how there's a feed on Instagram? All that's muted. Okay. So anyone that wants me to see that they're walking their dog or going to Starbucks or posting their gym selfie, they can send it to me directly. And those are people that have my number, which are my closest friends and my family, right? If they really want me to see it. Okay. So all my siblings, I don't watch what they're doing. If they need to contact me, they can contact me. If they want to send me a picture, they can send it to me directly. If they really want me to comment on something, they can send it to me directly. I don't have time to look. I have 3 brothers. Okay, just alone, I have 3 brothers and 2 sisters. So I have 5 siblings. So just between my siblings, if I were to look at all of their stories and all of their feed posts, that takes up 15 minutes of my life just right there. And I'm commenting on all of it. I'm sitting there taking the time to watch the whole video play through. And then times that by 5. Do you see what I'm saying? So it's like 15 minutes, boom, gone. And then you add in the next layer, right? The cousins, the coworkers, the people from high school, the people from college. Like, I just was like, this didn't exist. This problem, it's so cool how you can stay connected with people, but this problem did not exist. You know what I'm saying? Like this is now turned into a problem, right? Like it's a beautiful way to stay connected, but it is now becoming our demise at the same time. So I'm like, I have to get in front of this. So I muted everybody. It's no offense to everybody. I've said that on many lives. I don't do that. Also, I've really I only will respond to emails. So like even because I have 3 different TikToks, I have 3 different Instagrams, I have a Facebook, and I'm like, that's just too many DMs like to go through. So it's like I literally have on my bio, I do not respond to DMs. I think I have it on Facebook. And I actually need to put this, but I've actually responded like, hey, from now on, just email me if it's something business related or important. But like I'm funneling all that into my email because I don't have time to be clicking through and seeing the request button. It's just too much. So with my personal email, I think I'm going to keep it like fine, but I might tap in with that maybe once or twice a week. It's not urgent because it's social media. It's just like for fun, right? So if it's business related, then people can email me at embodypursuit@gmail.com, right? So those are 3 things. Actually, I'm gonna actually turn this into a mini series. So definitely make sure to implement some of these things. I know that's really weird and kind of like really bizarre, but these are a few things that I did that really helped me get monetized, and it really paid off. And what are your versions of bizarre? Like, what's your what do you need to do that's bizarre, that's going to get you over the hump, that's going to get you not to quit, right? What's going to get you to do this when you don't feel like it? There's going to, I mean, arguably that moment comes over me about 3 times a week. Like truly. And it's because you don't have a boss breathing down your neck. So it's you versus you, literally. So when you can tell yourself, yeah, just chill, get to it later, it's fine. Like I have the luxury of doing that, but then I pay for it later when I'm not, my community's starting to drop off, or my sales are dropping, or my quality of my content's dropping because I'm not putting as much effort. You know what I'm saying? Like I pay for it sometimes. So I might take advantage of the earnings right now, but I should have kept the earnings in the game for a while and got a bigger dividend payoff later, like, so definitely let me know what you guys think about this, and make sure to subscribe and catch you on the next one. Bye.